Welcome back to another exciting season of Techapalooza. This is where we look at all the Lewd Gaming's current tech demos and see that they're either showing higher promises or will get abandoned by the time they hit summer. Either way, let's get into this episode. Oh, and one more thing. It's great to be back. So, let's just dive right on in. The Last Barbarian. For those who are new or just need a quick refresher, on this game, The Last Barbarian is a game made by Victor Black. It's a third-person action RPG, nothing too special, just a run-of-the-mill mediocre Unity game. Well, turns out Victor Black felt the same way, so decided to effectively give what's his baby at least a brand new, fresh coat of paint.
He said it!
So, the game is mainly the same, stop the goddess of flesh and put her on a t-shirt. Or, that's what I gather at least. The game's graphics have gotten a bit better. Maybe the textures got better. The controls are okay, I guess. I'm not really a big fan of the combat. In fact, it seems to be a fair bit of a consensus about the combat. Is that they don't like it how it pushes you forward. Now, don't get me wrong, clunky combat can be done right if it's, accounted for it. Like, for example, the target being, at a fairly decent area. Or, have the proper wind-up. This doesn't really have that much of those. In fact, I'm just going to show you, a quick comparison of this game and the dual blades from Monster Hunter, just as a bit of a reference point.
Let me explain it. In Monster Hunter Rise, the dual blades push you forward a bit, but notice how little it does. Now compare what you've previously have seen, which one plays better. Also, one more thing, Overlord forgot to mention that this game shows nor tell you the controls unless you've played the tutorial build. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because this game does have a lock-on feature, but you won't know unless you look at the game's page.
Another thing I don't like was whenever you do a lewd scene, it automatically unequips your axes after said sex scene. But looks like Victor is actually fixing up the game, adding certain quality of life features such as keybinds and controller ports, which low-key that should have been part of the fucking thing to begin with, but it's better late than never. And it seems like he's actively somewhat communicating on Discord and in the appropriate forums, which I can't fucking name. Thank you, r/lewd games. I'm still fucking mad that you took my... I'm gonna stop right there. Anyways, let's look at the next game. Well, it's about time. For those who are new here, I tend to make examples out of certain games. Well, I gotcha, because I got one. Welcome to Survivor X, a Resident Evil type game, a third-person shooter. The fact that this game is even in this show really shows how truly what it's like to have a bad launch. And keep in mind, a lot of the loot stuff, it's not even there. It's just like you could have your character be walking around naked, and that's it. I would have given this game a little bit of a pass if it, had some form of proper optimization, but the game assumes that I have a PC that's meant to fight God. So,
What the?
I had to put everything in medium settings, and I still could barely at least make out, I'm going to say 40 frames, maybe 30 frames a second. And that's me being fucking generous, by the way, with that guesstimate. Because when I had the game originally in epic settings, my PC was barely getting 20 frames a second. And a quick little fourth wall break. But I'm currently rocking a 3060. Okay, I understand it's not that impressive by today's standards, but still. Overall, I would have called this a very mediocre experience if it ran well. And the controls are somewhat responsive, I guess. The gunplay is whatever. Once again, if you want to know more about the importance of gunplay, I'll just link DX's video.
Hello, it is I. Jennifer and I'll explain one of the basics of gunplay. When you fire your gun, there's gonna be either bullet tracers. Like in his Seed of the Dead review, he said it uses bullet tracers. The other one are hit markers. For example, look at Call of Duty multiplayer. However, this game has this half-assed attempt at bullet tracers, as we see here, and the lack of reaction of the zombies are very telling.
I cannot go on a full-on game analysis rant on why gunplay is such a meaningful thing in these kinds of games in the first place. But other than that, this game is a very mediocre experience. This game does not respect the art of headshots, by the way. Like, legit, if you want to do resource management, at least have me be able to do a one or two shot kill to the head. I was able to get this shotgun, but honestly, it was all I could really take of this game at that moment. So, that's episode 1 done and wrapped up. And we have a long way to go. Especially now that we have, by the time I'm making this video, Steam having Next Fest. So, and there's plenty of lewd gaming demos on the way. So I'm looking forward to that whole ordeal. And a lot of the shady stuff is looking rather promising, actually. So I'm really looking forward to that one. But until then, everyone, good night and good luck. I hope you all are enjoying these lewd games. And here's to a new season of this show. In fact, I have a little bit of a sub goal. We're almost at halfway at 500 subscribers. Let's try and hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. I feel like that's a realistic goal. And yeah, till then, good night and good luck, everyone.
If you overall enjoy the video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications and community post. Also, if you want to throw some shekels his way, go to his Ko-Fi, and don't forget to follow Overlord on social media such as X and Pixiv.